tools, let's take a look at the lasso tools. So they're over here on the left-hand side, right below our marquee tools. We have the lasso tool, which is a free-form selection tool, which notice you get a little arrow, and it allows you to free-form draw around your object, which if you notice is not a very good way to select an object because your mouse is not exactly the easiest thing to draw with, right? Press Command D to deselect. So what we can also do is we have this option called the polygonal lasso tool. Now this is really important to use when you're trying to get a really specific selection. So all you have to do is it works in terms of points, and all you're going to do is click around the edge of your object. Now if you happen to click in an area that you don't want to, maybe accidentally clicked over there, if you hit, notice it's attached to that, if I hit delete, notice that it will go away and it'll kind of backspace almost. So I'm going to go all the way around, and you would do a much slower process than I'm doing, and if you notice that I double clicked a little bit too fast and it closed my selection, so I'm just going to add on to it by continuing on. Notice I have my add to selection button selected up top, and there's a little plus sign that also shows me that as well. Now you would kind of get nice and close around the edge. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. I double clicked again by accident. You should be a little more careful than me. Go all the way around. And that encapsulated the part that I missed. Do it one more time, and there we go. So there we would have our selection. I'll press Command D to deselect, because there's even one more easier way to do this particular object because of its organic shape. And we're going to use the magnetic lasso tool, and I notice it has a magnet. So basically what this allows you to do is it allows you to click on the edge of an object and let go, and as you drag your cursor around the edge of your object, notice that it is making points, little squares, along the way. Now again, if you accidentally go outside and you start to make more points in areas you don't want to, you can just hit delete and it will go back. So basically what Photoshop is doing is it is finding the edge of your object in comparison with its background. So for our purposes right now, our radar head is on a white background, so Photoshop is having a very simple time of finding the difference. So it uses contrast, the difference between light and dark from the background to your object, which in our case is relatively black and white. Now if the magnetic lasso is not going exactly where we want it to go, all you have to do is click a couple times and it will make a point wherever your cursor happens to be. Around and around and around, back to the beginning. Now notice when you get back to the beginning, you're going to see a little circle pop up, see that? And that means you're going to close your selection, so you can click and now you have a closed selection, you have your marching ants. So I'm going to deselect again, and those are your lasso tools.